Hi, I'm Corey Weatherton, Director of Product Development for the Jayco Motorhome Group, and I've got something special in store for you today. It is the 2025 Jayco Redhawk 24B. I absolutely love this floor plan. First, I want to start off by talking about what makes Jayco a Jayco, and in the meantime, in the midst of that, talk about what makes the Redhawk a Redhawk. First and foremost, I always love to point out our one-piece seamless fiberglass front cap. That is very important to you as an end user. Why is that? Because this seam that we have covered up, this horizontal seam where our bunk platform meets our sidewall, is the #1 leak spot on a Class C. We've done everything we can here at the factory to prevent any water infiltration on this unit. And this front cap is a huge deal to you because everybody in the industry knows that that seam will leak with time. There's other competitors that say they have a one-piece fiberglass front cap. That's simply not true. They have a front cap of sorts, but it only comes about a quarter of the way back. And the issue with that is they've done nothing to address the leak point on the side of a cap. And so as a result, they've given you an aesthetic front piece versus a true protector of this seam. At Jayco, we've given you protection for that seam. What else I like to point out is also this 2-year limited warranty. Everybody else in the industry, every major manufacturer of Class C's or Class A's will only give you a 1-year warranty. At Jayco, we give you a 2-year warranty. How do we do that? I believe it has to do with our build construction and then also the engineering that's went into it. For instance, as I already mentioned, that one-piece fiberglass front cap, but that front overhead bunk is rated at 750 pounds, as it is in all of our Class C motorhomes. That's a big deal. Will 750 pounds ever be up there? I don't know, but at the same time, we've engineered it to withstand that being used as storage or potentially a couple people up there or even a big slumber party up there. That's what allows us to do a 2-year warranty when everybody else is a 1-year warranty. So for you, that is a big deal. We stand behind what we build. Do not be fooled by a giant 3 or a giant 6 or a giant 12 or a giant whatever, because everybody else is just a 1-year warranty. Remember that. That is a big deal. What else have we done as a manufacturer that nobody else is doing is we have given you the JRide ride and handling package. We know that if this does not drive well, if this does not handle well, this will be stayed parked in your driveway and you're gonna be at a national park staying at a hotel. Now there's nothing wrong with hotels. I stay in hotels when I travel simply because I travel a lot, but at the same time, what I love about motorhomes is they're designed to be used. And so we designed this to handle better than anything else at this price point in the market. So what do? First and foremost, we add Hellwig helper springs in the rear. Hellwig helper springs do 2 things. One, they help us have a 750-pound tongue capacity on the hitch. So Ford rates these chassis, this is an E450 chassis we're on, at 7,500-pound tow capacity. Now you know if you're pulling a cargo trailer or potentially a livestock trailer that if it's a 7,000-pound GVW trailer, there's a 10% ratio between the GVW and the tongue weight. And so a 7,000-pound trailer will have a tongue weight of 700 pounds. We're the only manufacturer that maximizes that 7,500-pound tow capacity by allowing you to have that 750-pound tongue capacity. Everybody else is at 500-pound tongue capacity. And that's a big deal because it comes down to safety. One of the things that helps with that is those Hellwig helper springs. Hellwig helper springs also help eliminate the left or right rocking. Potentially you hit a curb or potentially you're doing a clover leaf and getting off the interchange. It reduces a lot of that sway, that rocking that you'll experience in those scenarios. We're also adding rubber isolation mounts to this chassis to reduce road noise and vibration. We're also computer balancing this drive shaft. When we stretch this chassis, we go from a 2-piece drive shaft to a 3-piece drive shaft. We put all 3 pieces together and tighten them all as one unit. And that's significant because every other manufacturer will tighten 2 drive shafts together, the final one, balance 2 together, the final one, put it together and call it good. Now I guarantee you as you drive their units, you won't get a shake or a shimmy, you won't get any vibration going. However, you will get some white background noise that you will not experience inside of a Jayco Redhawk. You were told when you were a kid, if you stick a seashell up to your ear, you're gonna hear the ocean. Hate to break it to you, if there's kids watching, mute it really quick. That's simply not true. Sound is accentuated in enclosed spaces, and so this motorhome shell is a lot like that seashell, to where when you're inside, sound just reverberates and it's louder than what it would be in normal open space. So we found as we tighten those three drive shafts together that we eliminate the white background noise inside of the coach, because our desire, as I mentioned, is for you to take this to the national park and stay in it versus the local hotel. So we have done everything we can to give it a great ride for you. Now, a Redhawk, what makes a Redhawk a Redhawk? That was just really quickly the three things that make Jayco unique. First of all, we have a rear backup camera as well as side cameras. I turn my turn signal on and it will illuminate in the radio what's in that lane. Also, what makes a Redhawk, as I mentioned, this is on the E450 chassis. This unit also comes equipped with a cat strap. That is for our dealer's protection and your protection. Unfortunately, in the era we live in, catalytic converter theft is a real thing. We've put theft deterrents on all of our Class Cs, including this Redhawk, to hopefully make it so that when you're ready to use your Redhawk camping, you don't go out and start it and it sounds like a stock car. We want this to be a joy to drive, and it's got to sound right, so thus you need your catalytic converter. So on all of our Class Cs, we're adding the cat strap so that there's reliability when you go and start that engine. As we move back, you're going to notice that we have frameless windows. What I love about frameless windows is that my rubber gasket is protected from UV rays by this tinted window. That is a big deal because, as I mentioned, water is the #1 enemy of all motorhomes. And so on your traditional framed windows, with time the UV rays will break down that seal and it will become a potential water infiltration point. With our Redhawks, we've installed frameless windows to protect your seals there. I also love on these frameless windows that they do crank out, meaning that if I'm out kayaking with my family on the lake and I see a storm coming in, yes, I need to worry about getting off of that lake, but I don't need to worry about getting back to my motorhome, because the way these windows are designed and they crank out, it's a rarity to get water inside of these windows. If there's a hurricane and it's blowing sideways, that's a different story, but if it's a straight down rain, generally you will be protected. So I love the windows for that reason. You'll notice on this 24B that we do have a full length awning that is illuminated by an LED light strip to cover your campsite. Great thing about that is I can be sitting out in camp chairs reading a book, and I don't have to worry about inclement weather or even being baked by the sun. So that full length awning with the integrated LED light for night use is absolutely incredible. I love that about this motorhome. Now, this does have a 30,000 BTU traditional RV furnace, as well as a 6-gallon gas electric hot water heater. Now, what that means to you as a customer, that 6-gallon gas electric hot water heater is rapid recovery. I can run it off of propane, I can run it off of electricity, or I can run it off of both propane and electricity. When I do that, it's in rapid recovery mode, and that 6 gallons capacity becomes rapid recovery, and it replenishes itself about 3 times in an hour, giving me 18 gallons of hot water in an hour. And you know, if you're camping, that is a lot of hot water. On the roof, you will find a single 15,000 BTU air conditioner, or it could be optioned with dual 13,500 BTU air conditioners. Also on this Redhawk, we do have an option on the roof for a solar panel, a 200-watt solar panel. And when you do that, you get a second house battery and a dual controller. So that dual controller will keep your chassis and your house battery topped off. It's a great added feature. Also on this Redhawk, another option would be hydraulic leveling jacks, 4-point hydraulic leveling jacks. So those are the options I do want to point out to you. This does come equipped with a 4,000 kilowatt hour generator. So with that, there's plenty of power to power this 30 amp coach. So a lot of runtime on that generator. What I love about this generator is this last year we changed brands, and this new generator actually has a variable RPM inside of it, so it is more fuel efficient. If it's only utilizing 1/3 of the load, the RPMs will be down so that you are saving fuel on that. This roof is a full PVC roof. It's fully walkable. We don't rate our roofs. However, I've been in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and I've seen 3 feet of snow on this roof, and so it does withstand a lot of snow load. So that's important to you as the customer. This has been an outside look at the 24B Jayco Redhawk. Let's go inside and check it out. So we are inside the 24B Jayco Redhawk, and this is absolutely beautiful. You're going to notice a lot of new additions to this chassis this year, this coach this year even. As you'll notice in the front cab area, we have switched to a 10-inch Sony infotainment system that does have a tilt and swivel on it. So the great thing about that is we get regular feedback from our customers. After you own this coach for 6 months, we send out a survey and you get to tell us what you love about it and also things that you would change. And one of the things that kept coming up was the infotainment center, AKA the chassis radio. It was difficult to see at times because of a viewing angle, but then also just the glare on it. So we switched to a higher end Sony that actually has a tilt and swivel on it, as well as with an anti-glare covering on it. Now, some other manufacturers, they solve that by simply going to an off-branded head unit. I want to tell you that we stuck with Sony because we recognize the significance of you needing a reliable radio as you're driving. That does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So whether you're using Waze or Apple Maps or Google Maps, you can utilize that in any way you want, so your navigation is always on the screen. That is a huge improvement this year on the 2025 Jayco Redhawk. You're also going to notice with our cabinets that we have oversized the cabinet doors and drawer fronts to where we've reduced the visible styles. So you'll notice that as these are closed, you can't see the style as easily as you could before. We wanted this to feel more residential for you as the end user. We noticed that we did that last year in our Greyhawk, and you guys love that. So this year we spilled it down to our Redhawk line as well. So that is a big change for this year. You're also going to notice this modern farmhouse decor that this coach has been optioned in. It is a bit crisper, a bit wider, a bit cleaner looking, and so that is a change for this model year as well as a different color of a countertop. And then also we did add a second decor option, which is totally brand new from what it was last year. So you're gonna notice that the 2025 Redhawk has had a complete facelift. This does have a residential sized microwave inside of it. What I love about this size of a microwave is that I can stick a casserole in there from the night before and I can warm it up. I don't have to put it into 2 separate smaller containers, but if I'm feeding an army in here, this microwave will handle it as well. You'll notice we have a 3-burner propane cooktop, and then also your traditional RV oven on the inside. This coach has been optioned with theater seats. These theater seats replace a dinette. This is a popular option for us inside of this coach. You'll notice that you do have a center armrest with cup holders, a center console for your remotes or even your phone. There's a wireless charger behind the theater seats, but it is optioned this way and it is a high take rate. So just to let you know, it's not going to be uncommon for you to go into a dealership and notice that a unit does have theater seats in it. Just looking up above real quick, look at these reduced visible styles. I think this looks absolutely beautiful. If you own a Redhawk from a couple years ago, you're going to notice that, as I mentioned, this is a huge improvement over what we had been doing. Now, granted, this is a preference thing, so some of you may prefer the traditional RV look with a 2 or 3 inch style in between, but I can tell you trends are changing, and I know a lot of you will love this inside of this motorhome. Coming back, we do have pull-out storage drawers inside of this cabinet here. This is a great pantry area for you. Plenty of room for you to be able to put your SpaghettiOs or even your canned chili inside of there. Plenty of storage room there. And then you'll notice a large wardrobe. We have a hanging side, and then we have a storage side for your clothing, but then also a bank of drawers down below. Moving over, we do have a 10 cubic foot 12 volt refrigerator. I love this 12 volt refrigerator. And the reason being is because they cool much more quickly than what the 2-way gas electric refrigerator cools. And then also in the same cavity, rather than an 8 cubic foot, which we used about a year and a half ago, when we switched to this, we could start installing a 10 cubic foot refrigerator, so it's so much larger than what you were getting before. You can put a lot of groceries in here for your time on the road. Also, a huge deal for this model year, we wanted to give you high quality, high sounding audio. So we went to a premium JBL sound system inside of this motorhome. Now this floor plan is equipped with a sound bar. It's a JBL Aura sound bar. So you're going to get a lot of sound, both your high end and your low end out of that. Other floor plans may not have a sound bar. They could be overhead JBL speakers with an Aura cube, but all of these are Bluetooth, so you can stream your favorite music app to those, or also you can run your TV through our JBL premium audio system. But I want to point that out because I know a lot of you, they're getting in our customer feedback, you wanted an improved audio system, and we've given that to you, and we think it's a great deal. Coming back into the bedroom, you will notice that we have a walk-around queen-size bed with a nice bank of cabinets overhead. There again, the reduced visible styles. You do have side ventilation from your side window that can go up or down. In your head area unit, that is our emergency egress. So heaven forbid something bad were to happen, that's your fire escape outside of this coach. You'll notice back here that this massive wardrobe, folks, this is not a huge coach. I'll tell you that right now. This is not the biggest of coaches. If I had to categorize this, I would say this is a couples coach. I already showed you wardrobe space up front, but then look at this massive amount back here. There is a lot of storage, and then also nice banks of drawers down below. So plenty of storage for clothing inside of this. You do have a curtain close off if you do want the privacy. Say one of you is a little more modest than the other, or potentially you do have guests over and somebody's going to try to sleep quietly back here, and folks just want to watch television quietly. Two different living areas, and so you do have a close off here. Something you will notice at the foot of the bed, that we do have this prepped for a television. So we do have a coax cable, we have a 120 volt outlet up there, as well as a backer in the wall if you would like to install a television. You'll notice the bathroom is very amply sized for this length of a motorhome. We do have metal fixtures inside of this, so you will not find cheaper plastic inside of your sink, your faucets, your shower at all. These are nice metal fixtures for the longevity of this coach. Topped off by a skylight in the bathroom so that a taller individual can stand in the shower without worrying about headspace, and then also an exhaust vent in the bathroom. So this has been a look at the inside of the 2025 Jayco Redhawk 24B. So now you've seen the 2025 Jayco Redhawk, I'm assuming a lot of you have fallen in love with it, not only with the Redhawk as a whole, but also the additions we made for model year 2025. I want to encourage you to contact your local dealer and get down on the dealer's lot and actually put your hands on this coach. You'll see the quality that goes into it, whether it's our vacuum bonded lamination process for our walls, our roof, our floor, which simply means 144 tons of pressure for 16 to 18 minutes, so we get a solid lamination, or even it could be the ride and handling that we install on this. Take it for a drive. I guarantee you that at this price point, you're not going to find another unit that drives as good as this coach. If you don't know who your local dealer is, go to our website, jayco.com, use our dealer locator, and we will tell you who your closest Jayco dealer is that stocks the Jayco Redhawk. Now, if you have more technical questions, always feel free to call us here at the factory. A friendly receptionist will answer. She'll wonder what state or province you're from, and then she will direct you to a regional sales manager that's responsible for covering your state or province. That's the key thing. You'll be directed to a regional sales manager. Quite honestly, there's one of me and there's many of you. I'd love to get on the phone with each of you and answer questions. However, there's one of me. We have a number of regional sales managers who are highly educated on our product and would love to talk with you about this product. So contact us, your state or province, and we will connect you to a regional sales manager. Again, my name is Corey Weatherton, Director of Product Development here at the Jayco Motorhome Group. Thanks for watching this video today.